In this lesson, we are going to create a web application using FastAPI from VS Code. As a first step, first let me create a folder. Go to File, Open Folder, creating a new folder, giving it a name Sample FastAPI App. Selecting this folder, click on Select Folder. As a first step, I'm going to create the virtual environment over here. View, Command Palette, Create Environment. Selecting venv, choosing my Python path. Environment creation is in progress. Virtual environment is created. Going to select the interpreter inside the virtual environment. Going to Command Palette, select interpreter, selecting this one inside virtual environment. Going to open the terminal, create terminal. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to create the requirements.txt for adding the dependencies. Right click, new file. Adding the dependencies, FastAPI and UVCon standard, saving it. Now I need to install this. First, I'm going to do a pip list over here just to show you this is blank. Only pip is there. Now let me install the packages from this requirements.txt. Running pip install -r requirements.txt. Packages are getting installed. Now let me run pip list. We have the required packages. Clear the screen. Now I'm going to create a simple Python file with some code in FastAPI. New file. Adding the code over here. So here what it will do, if I hit the default URL, it would try to get one query parameter with name as name. By default, its value would be guessed. If I provide any value, that value would be showed over here. Now I'm going to run this FastAPI application using UVCon. My file name is main.py. Press enter. So it's running in port number 8000. Going to browser, hitting localhost :8000. So here we are getting a message back. Hello guest, welcome to FastAPI. Now if I go back to the code, the parameter that it is expecting is name. Let me provide a name over here. Provided the name as FastAPI, pressing enter. So it's returning FastAPI over here. Hello FastAPI. So the application is running as expected. Let me close this, Ctrl C. Now we are going to debug this FastAPI application from VS Code. How to do that? Go to here, run and debug. Create a launch.json file. Select Python debugger. Select this option, FastAPI, launch and debug a FastAPI web application. You can see over here, from its predefined templates, VS Code has created this configuration for us for debugging this application. This is fine for me. Going back to main.py, let me place a breakpoint over here and click over here to start the debugging, or I can do it from here also. Debug using launch.json. Only option Python debugger :FastAPI. I can see this debug toolbar has appeared and the IDE is ready for debugging. Going back to this editor, let me just change this param name little bit. Press enter. We can see it is halted. The reason being the breakpoint is hit. VS Code icon is blinking. Let me go here. We can see yes, the breakpoint is hit and the value of this name we can see over here is FastAPI debug. Let me click on continue. If I go back to the browser, I can see yes, whatever param I pass, that has been returned from the code and we are showing this in browser. So this is how we can create a simple FastAPI based application using VS Code and perform the local debugging.